You ever mop a floor with broken pride? Sam Carter muttered to himself as he pushed the mop down the dimly lit hallway of Halverson Tech, a billion-dollar company where everyone wore badges and suits, except him. Sam wasn't always a janitor. Once, he'd been a software engineer with a promising future. But after his wife died of cancer, he gave it all up to raise his daughter, Lily. Between hospital bills and the emotional wreckage, Sam was left with nothing but a GED, a resume full of gaps, and a heart full of grief. By day, Sam was just the janitor. By night, he was the best dad a 10-year-old could ask for. Every lunch he packed had a note inside. Every bedtime came with a story and a soft lullaby she remembered her mom once singing. But everything changed the day security stormed the maintenance closet. "You're under investigation for cyber theft," barked the HR director, flanked by 2 officers. $5 million has vanished from our systems. Traced to your login. Sam's mouth went dry. "What?" he choked. I clean toilets." They took his badge, his keys, and his dignity. That night, Lily found him sitting on the edge of the bed, staring into space. "Did you do something bad, Daddy?" she asked. "No, baby," he whispered, trying to smile. "But sometimes good people get caught in bad things." The company made no public statements, but whispers traveled fast. Sam became a ghost in the town, judged, avoided, abandoned. Unemployed and humiliated, he tried everything: legal aid, job applications, even a GoFundMe that got 2 pity donations. Still, every morning, he walked Lily to school holding her tiny hand, pretending everything was okay. And every night, after she slept, he stayed up learning. Relearning, actually. The coding he'd once loved. The digital trails he used to trace. He had no access to Halverson's internal systems, but he remembered something. A week before he was fired, a junior engineer left a USB drive in the break room. Sam had turned it in. He hadn't thought twice about it. Until now. He bought a used laptop with his last few dollars and began searching every traceable open-source pattern related to Halverson's infrastructure. For weeks, he hunted in silence, coding in the dark beside Lily's bed. He skipped meals. Slept less. Until one night, at 2:43 a.m., he found it. A hidden script. One so well buried it took a programmer who'd once written similar encryption to even spot it. It wasn't Sam. It was Logan Reese, a senior developer who'd created a side channel to siphon funds into an anonymous account. And worse, he'd rerouted the evidence through Sam's old credentials only accessible via the janitor's internal ID login. The same one stored, on the missing USB. Sam had no lawyer. No voice. But he had the truth, and a backup of every line of code he'd uncovered. So he did something bolder than revenge. He uploaded the evidence anonymously to Halverson's own public investor forum, along with a message. "You fired the wrong man. He mopped your floors and took your trash. While you let a criminal write your code." Signed. The Janitor. The post exploded. Employees started talking. Journalists started digging. The FBI launched a formal inquiry. And within 2 weeks, Logan Reese was arrested at the airport trying to flee the country. Halverson Tech offered Sam a settlement behind closed doors, hush money, really. He refused. He didn't want millions. He wanted justice. And something more. A week later, Sam stood in front of the entire company. They'd invited him to speak, expecting anger, maybe arrogance. But instead, he shared a photo. It was Lily. Holding a backpack. Smiling through missing teeth. "You all thought I wanted revenge. But I didn't fight for me. I fought because my daughter needed to see what integrity looks like. Even when no one else can see it." He paused. "You framed a janitor. But I'm not just a janitor. I'm a father. And that's the most powerful job I'll ever have. The room went silent. Then erupted in applause. Halverson offered him a new job. Senior cybersecurity analyst. 6 figures. Full benefits. His own team. He took it. But he still kept the janitor's uniform. Framed. Hung on the wall of his office. A reminder that dignity isn't about titles, it's about choices. Today, Sam runs a non-profit coding school for low-income parents. He calls it, Clean Code. Because everyone, no matter how messy their past, deserves a future they can be proud of. Even when the world misunderstands you, stay kind. Stay true. The power of quiet integrity can change everything, not just for you, but for those you love most.